Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful and tasty Persian food which is called dolma. At first, we must start with chopping the onions. You can use 1 or 2 large onions. I'm using my small onions. If you already watched my other videos, you know why I'm using small onions. For second step, get a large pot or frying pan. The larger the better, and add oil to it. I used sesame seeds oil because it's healthier, and then add the chopped onions to the pot. After the onions are almost done, it's time to add meat, about 100 grams of meat. And be careful, you do not need your onions to be fried totally. You can cook with meat together. After 2 minutes, it's time to add our herbs, saffron extract, garlic powder, black pepper, turmeric, and barberry. I'm gonna write down the names of the herbs that I use in here in the comments. Stir them well and let them cook. Next step is to add salt and tomato paste. Then we have our split peas, which I already cooked for about 3 hours before. So you have to cook it before you add it. You can add lentils instead of split peas. Now this part is done. Just let it cook for about a minute and turn the heat off. And we are about to cook our rice. And after the rice is cooked, we have to mix them everything together. So the rice part is actually easy. You have to cook your rice the way you always cook. You have to wash your rice and then cook it with water. Oh my god, I forgot. Salt and oil. I'm using sesame seeds oil recently, so try to be a little more healthy. Now that the rice is cooking, we have to cut the cabbage in half and let it cook for in boiling water. We have to boil it for about 40 minutes or 30 minutes. I overcooked it when I was cooking it and I regretted it. You cook for about 30 minutes and it's enough. Here's another tip. Add salt and garlic powder while the cabbage is cooking. the salt is for the taste and the garlic powder is for the smell, because when the cabbage is cooking, it doesn't have a very pleasant smell. Now that the rice is ready, it's time to mix all the ingredients together. Mixing them was really hard, so I got a little help from my mom, who is a master at mixing and stirring everything. That's why I told you to pick a large pot. The larger the better. Here we have our boiling cabbage. When it's done, you can cool them with a lot of cube ices, and then it will be it. Now to the exciting part. We don't have just the cabbage to wrap the dolmas, we have bell pepper. I'm going to show you what we should do with just 3 of them. It's pretty simple. We have to fill the bell peppers with our ingredients. But at first, we must empty inside the peppers, the seeds, we must empty them at first. This part is pretty simple, just fill in the peppers with the ingredients, but for a better experience, use smaller spoons. For the lid not sticking on, I have another solution. Just wait and I'll show you. Now this is the time that I gave up and I used a smaller spoon because it was impossible to fill in the peppers. Now here you are looking at the solution, toothpick. You can use toothpick to stick them together. And that is my mom with the cabbage at the right corner. I'm sorry, sometimes I get such, I don't know where it's from, the accent. I'm sorry for that. So with peppers, you clearly know what to do. You're gonna fill them and stick the lids with toothpick, and it's done. You have to do it with all the peppers. Now the hard part is the cabbage because it was overcooked. Remember to cut off the hard parts of the cabbage, like I'm doing right now. We need a soft layer that we can wrap the ingredients in like a sandwich easily. Put a small amount of the ingredients on the cabbage and wrap them. Now you can see that the cabbage is a little torn apart because it was really really overcooked and soft. So I'm gonna add another layer and it's all going to be okay. It took me about an hour to fill them all and fill the peppers and wrap the cabbage, but it was all worth it. And now it's time to cook them and make the sauce. So here we have a giant pot and I added some tomatoes because it would taste a lot better and tasty when you want to eat. So put the cabbage wraps on the tomatoes and make like a circle in your pot. Now time for the bell peppers. You want to make them like round the cabbage, and at first it's hard to let them stick together, but you can get the hang of it. That it's done, it's time for the sauce. The most important part, the sauce. We have tomato paste, 2 spoons of tomato paste. Then we have pomegranate sauce. It's actually pomegranate marmalade, but it's sour, so it will do the job. Then we have grape syrup, 4 spoons of grape syrup. It's because of its sweetness I added. You can add sugar if you don't like grape syrup, but grape syrup is the best. After that, we have black pepper. Add a small amount of black pepper. We must add a little salt, and then after that, we need something to dilute our sauce, and it is 1 cup of verjuice. It's raw grapes juice. Mix everything together after that and stir them until you have a dilute sauce. Remember to heat the sauce with oil, add sesame seeds oil and add your sauce, the raw sauce, uncooked sauce. Then heat it for about a minute. It needs to be heated. Now put the pot on heat and it's time to add the sauce. Make sure it covers everything, and then you have to put the lid on and give it about an hour to cook. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and thank you for your support.